grabbed her, probably had her mouth covered, and I think she was gasping for air by the time she got down through here somewhere because our neighbor heard a scream, a really funny scream. They just carried her to a vehicle and threw her in there and took her somewhere far away from here.
Welcome to Reporter Room, where we seek truth and justice. My name is Jessica Della Davies. I'm an investigative journalist. Today, we're going to discuss 4 bizarre statements made by Don Wells. Was he leaking the truth about Summer? We're also going to review the statement made by H to Chris McDonough regarding the conversation that he says he witnessed between Don and Candus on June 15th, the day Summer disappeared. Everything I'm sharing with you is my opinion, and opinions are not facts, so please don't send any negativity to anyone, anytime, anywhere. Let's be kind to each other. Before we go any further, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up so I know you were here. If you want to help Reporter Room, the best way is to finish watching this video all the way through and watch some of my other videos also. And if you found it to be helpful, giving it a thumbs up helps us too. So remember the phone call that H relayed to Chris McDonough in his interview? H stated that he overheard Candus on the phone with Don. He says he asked Candus about the call, and Candus told him that Don said there was a creepy guy on Ben Hill Road property trying to touch kids. Listen to this.
Drive-through, and then while we were in the drive-through, her husband calls her talking about this dude named on the property that's been there for like a week or so. She told me they keep stalking other kids.
This is H with Chris McDonough. I will link Chris McDonough's entire interview with H below so you can watch all of it. It's excellent and definitely worth your time. So I'm going to review the 4 bizarre statements Don made shortly, so please stay with me. If there was a dude hanging around on the Ben Hill Road property who had been stalking little kids, wouldn't most parents go home? Candus says this call didn't occur. So if Don did call Candus, why didn't she rush home? Why didn't Don report this incident to the police? Who would leave their 3 boys home alone after finding out there was someone hanging around the property who was, quote, stalking kids? Something doesn't add up here, and someone is lying. Don has made 4 bizarre statements to the press. 1. Don told News Network that he believes Summer was carried down a steep and rugged trail just a few feet from the house. So far, this sounds okay, right? He continued that at the time of Summer's disappearance, he said he was at work, his sons were inside the home, and his wife and mother-in-law were outside facing away from the basement door. So let's listen to Chris McDonough's Part 2 interview of Candus Bly Wells, which I will also link for you below. Just the very first 30 seconds when he pulls up onto Ben Hill Road. Listen to this. Do you think Candus and Grandus would have heard these dogs sounding the alarm if a stranger had entered the Ben Hill Road property? Chris McDonough pulled up with Candus, and they still barked, and they barked for a good long time. 2. Don issues a statement to Nexstar's WJHL 2 days after Summer was reported missing. Don said she would, quote, never leave our hill. I think someone snuck up on her and grabbed her. I don't think she's in the area because the dog does down the road and that's the end of the trail. But I don't know for a fact. How would Don know whether or not Summer was in the area? Why is he ruling that out 2 days after Summer was reported missing? 3. Let's consider this bizarre statement. Quote, well, I think whoever grabbed her probably had her mouth covered, and I think she was gasping for air by the time she got somewhere down here because our neighbors heard a scream, a really funny scream, and she's been telling us that all along. Okay, this is a bizarre, detailed description from Don about Summer. He talks about her mouth being covered and her gasping for air. It's odd, right? Because in this description, it sounds like Dawn was there. But how would Dawn know if Summer had her mouth covered and was gasping for air? Is Dawn leaking some truths in these statements? I have a fourth, even more bizarre statement from Dawn in just a moment, so please stay with me. By the way, I have an awesome Reporter Room, true crime Facebook group if you're interested. And if you haven't watched my video on Dawn throwing Candus under the bus prior to jail, you will want to see it next because it will give you some insight into Dawn and Candus's dysfunctional relationship. I will link this for you also in the description below. So why was Hunter invited to go on June 15th with Candus, Summer, and Grandus? Was he supposed to be Candus's alibi? Was he supposed to be the patsy? After Candus hung up with Dawn, she didn't rush home and check on the boys to find out about the lurking man. Instead, they all went to the hospital to pick up Grandus, went for a swim to Warrior State Path Park, drank a twisted tea and made TikTok videos, and ran some other errands. 4. The most bizarre thing Dawn said was to Kingport News. This was in the first month after Summer went missing, and Dawn said, quote, when I got home, I drove to the bottom of the property, and I realized that all my neighbors and stuff were climbing the woods looking for her. And I realized right then and there she was not there. I knew right then and there that she was gone. Now, to be clear, Dawn hadn't even gone to the main house yet. He said in this statement he drove to the bottom of his property, to the funky shed. So I ask you, how did Dawn know Summer was gone when he hadn't even gone to the main house? Maybe Summer was in the house or nearby. But Dawn says Summer was gone from his vantage point at the bottom of the property. Again, this doesn't make sense. So Candus also appeared last week on Betty Keys' channel to claim that she needed to put Summer on the side and focus on their boys because they are living. How does she know she needs to put Summer on the side? Please subscribe and leave me a comment below.